Welcome to the Heroes Tavern. In this series, we invite other creators to play heroes they are very experienced in so we can learn about those heroes. We play a game, we talk strategy, archetypes, ways to defeat that hero, and then takeaways from the game we play. This is the first episode of the series. We actually have Tommy Fresh from freshbudspod on. He's going to be playing Levia. Before we get into any of the gameplay, I do want to say, hey, please join our Discord. Come and be one of the cellar dwellers and hang out with us. Also, thank you for watching. And let's jump on into it. We're going to get into the game first and then stick around for the strategy afterwards. Cheers. Shall we do 2d6 to decide who gets to play first, or chooses to play first?
Do it.
Got a 6.
We got a 7.
Your choice.
I'll let you play first.
Alrighty.
You're not Starvo.
I am not Starvo. I am not going to come out of that. Well, I guess it's possible to come out of the gates with a heavy duty thing, but probably not going to happen. All right. Well, best of luck to you, sir.
Likely.
Yes, less likely.
Best of luck to you.
All right. Yeah, we can still make this work, right? Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna pitch. We're gonna play blue thump. Pitch in 2 blues, so 2 floating, and coming in for 4. And then if it is power is greater than its base, it has dominate. If they hit a hero, it discards a card. So it's right now it has nothing. It's a vanilla 4 damage, but 2 floating, 1 in hand.
Okay. Block 9.
Blocking 9. Okay, so that's going to be a good block. We're going to say that's cool. I will arsenal this, and I will pass on over to you.
Roll back up.
Alrighty.
So I've been playing with so much Tunic that I was like,
got a Tunic up?
yeah. It feels good to be back on Carrion Husk, I'll tell you that. We're just going to pitch a Reckless Swing for a Beast Within, coming in for 6.
Coming in for 6. No on-hit effects in that bad boy, right?
No.
All right. I think we're just going to say no blocks, any reactions.
None.
All right. We will do a red sync, and we'll go ahead and opt. Sorry, that's a fate for scene, not a sync. Put that in the bottom. And then, yeah, that is all for reactions. I will be moving to take 2.
Cool.
Which I should probably get a life counter for that.
I have you at 38.
Yes. Alrighty. Anything else after that?
I will arsenal something and pass.
Okay. Alright. Let's oddly do a very similar turn to last one. We're gonna red thump, pitch in 2 blues. 2 floating. Coming for 6. Red one, yeah, the red guy.
I know you liked playing pummels, so I'm like,
I mean, they're great cards, right?
Yeah. We're going to. It's gonna feel weird, but I think this is kind of the play based on this hand. We're gonna block 5 and then move to reactions.
Blocking 5. Okay. I think we'll say that's cool. Block's good. No reactions here. Anything on your end?
We're actually gonna throw in an unmovable in front of it as well.
All right. So that is a lot of blocking damage. All right, cool. That is definitely blocked out. So no damage goes through. I will go ahead and lose those resources and pass on over to you and drop.
I'll just be drawing up.
Okay. All right. That's a dilly of a pickle. All right, we're going to tear asunder. Pitch in a Rousey Agents. And then this is awkward placement, but we'll pitch a tear asunder then to swing the Anathos for 6 + 1 dominate. So swinging in for 7 on hit, discard 2 cards, 1 in hand, 1 in arsenal, nothing floating. 20 for 6.
Discard 2 cards of my choice.
They are, yeah. It is not a random thing.
Okay.
But yeah, 7 dominate.
We will take the 7.
Okay. Yeah, no effects here.
33.
And then yeah, the discards are your choice.
Yeah, discarding a Graveling Growl and an Art of War.
Oh, okay. In some respects, I think about like, well, discarding actually kind of helps you a little bit, actually. So
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes, yeah, depending on what you have in your hand. I guess the art of war doesn't help, but
Yeah, early in the game, the discard kind of helps, but the late game, like it could really screw me up. But
yeah.
we will see. All right,
Right.
so my
Over to you.
turn's going to be pitching a Deadwood Rumbler to play a yellow Dread Screamer. So I get to banish 3 cards at random from my graveyard. I'm just going to shuffle up,
Okay.
reveal off the top, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And if I hit a 6 or more, it gains go again.
Okay. And you got one
1,
floating and one in arsenal, right?
2, 3. We hit a 6 or more.
All right, so it's got go again.
So you got 5 go again coming at you.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
one.
hit any blood debt, so we're still 0 blood debt.
Okay. All right. One floating, one in arsenal. That's it, though, right?
1 floating, 1 in arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming in for 5. Go again. I think I'm gonna say cool. I will go ahead and say no blocks. Any reactions on your end?
There are no reactions. So
Is
you
tied
take
at
5.
Yep, tied at 33.
33. I will use that last resource to play Graveling Growl from Arsenal for 6.
6. That math's out properly. Yeah. Okay. We'll throw our helm in front of that. So we'll block for 1.
Take 5?
Yeah, and if there's no reactions, I will take 5 and go to 27.
Yeah, no reaction. I got nothing.
Sorry, 28. Right? It was at 33. Yeah, 28.
Yep, 28.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. We'll see if that was a poor choice of damage or not. We will crack our Heart and Cross Trap, so next attack costs 2 less. And we're going to pitch Showtime and Macho Grande Blue for a blue Macho Grande. So coming in for 8 Dominate, there is 1 floating. 1 in hand, 1 in arsenal, coming in for 8 Dominate.
1 in hand, 1 in arsenal.
Yep.
8 dominate.
Yep.
No blocks.
Cool. I will go ahead and pitch a red to. Unfortunately, it's just a blue pummel. So we are up to 10 damage on hit, discard, and still dominate.
Sure. 10 damage. 23. I got a discard.
Oh, you're okay. It goes right through.
Yeah, wait, right through.
All right, cool.
I figured you had the pummel. I had
Yeah.
to make a
choice.
Make a choice there. Card Worldly Bellow.
All right. Over to you then.
Alrighty. We're just gonna pitch a blue Dread Screamer for a Command and Conquer.
Straight up 6 damage. All right.
Yep.
What shall we do? We'll throw a Mangle in front of that. I think just blocking for 3.
Sounds good to me. No reactions.
Cool. Yeah. So that'll be blocking for 3. I will move to take 3. Go down to 25.
Cool. 25. And I will Arsenal and pass.
All right. We will exude confidence.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
Yeah. Coming in for 4. Well, it is not defended by a card with equal or greater power. The defending hero can't play instants, activate activate instants, or play defense reactions. And I can pay 3 to buff it by 2 as an instant. So coming in for 4, 2 cards in hand, nothing floating.
I'll block 3.
Blocking 3. That seems cool. I will say no effects.
Cool. I have no effects. Well,
Pokes for 1, and then we will Arsenal that and draw up and pass to you.
Cool. So I'm going to pitch Art of War, play Red Dread Screamer from Arsenal.
Okay.
Same as the last Dread Screamer. Got to do 3 at random. At 6, it gains go again.
And it is coming in for 6, right?
Yeah, it is coming in for
Cool.
6.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, we hit.
All right.
Now we have 1 card with Blood Debt in the arsenal.
Coming in for 6. Go again. You said 1 card in. Oh, with blood deck. Sorry. How many cards you got left in your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Cards in hand.
2 in hand.
2
coming in
in
for
hand.
6.
6 and go again. I think we're just gonna. Oh man, I don't play Levia enough. I think I'm just gonna say cool. You can go ahead and hit me for 6. Any reactions? No blocks here.
No reactions.
All right, 19.
19.
Let's see what you got for the follow up.
Then I'm gonna pitch a Howl from Beyond to play a Boneyard Marauder. Another 3. This is just coming in for 6. No effects.
Cool. And the banish is just for sake of
For its cost.
Yeah, gotcha.
Up to 2 Blood Debt cards now.
Alrighty. All right, 6 damage. I think we're just gonna stick with what we got and say no blocks. Any reactions?
No reactions.
13.
Going down. 13?
Yep. Sorry, what was I at before?
You were at oh wait. You were at 25, you took 6.
Down to
With the
19,
19?
then yeah, 6 down to 13, yeah.
Yep.
Math is good.
Cool. Math is good. That'll be my turn.
All right, let's see if we can take that damage and not feel bad about doing it in a turn or two. Yeah, all right, cool. We will pitch a yellow to activate Bravo. So next, or all attacks this turn with cost 3 or greater have Dominate. We'll pitch 2 blues and a yellow for 8, and use 7 of that on a red, or the only color is red. Crippling Crush. So Dominate, Crippling Crush, coming in for 11. Dominate on hit, discard 2 cards at random. Sorry, Crush, so it has to hit for 4 or more. Discard 2 cards at random.
So 11 Dominate?
11 Dominate, 1 floating, but nothing in hand or arsenal, so it's essentially not meaning anything.
All right. Carrion Husk, Scab Skin. You have no cards in hand?
I got nothing going on right now.
And it's 11?
It is 11.
So I will block 8, take 3.
That sounds good. I totally forgot about Carrying Husk. Down to 19.
Yeah. It's like one of the only reasons to play Levia, I think. So all right.
Yeah.
Because counter, this goes into here. 3 Blood Debt now.
Cool. All right. Well, it is over to you.
Alrighty. We will pitch Deadwood Rumbler. Use 2 of it. To Dread Screamer. Yellow.
Okay, 5.
5. If it hits a 6, it'll have go again.
Okay.
1.
Yep.
2, 3. We hit the 6.
All right. For blocks, we're gonna block for 3 from hand and go ahead and throw the Crater Fist. So block it for 5.
Blocking 5 of it.
Yep.
Cool. And then we will use the last resource to play Graveling Growl for 7.
7. I should probably put pressure back. So we will block for 6. So
Take 1.
Yep, down to 12.
12. I will Arsenal and pass.
All right. All right, we'll have a very plain and simple turn of pitching a blue to swing with Anathos for 4. Nothing in hand, nothing floating, nothing in arsenal. So just a plain old 4.
We will block 3 of it.
Okay.
Take 1.
Yep. Oop, down to 18. And I will say go.
Right. We will pitch Artivore and Writhing Beast Hulk. Play Endless Maul.
Okay.
So I banish 3 at random. And if I hit a 6, it will get +3.
All right.
So
The The base is already
It's
5?
base is 6, so
6,
it can go
okay.
up to 9.
Gotcha.
We hit the 6.
Okay. All right, so up to 9. Yikes.
And I'm at 6 blood debt in Banished Zone, so
Okay.
my Hexagore won't deal any damage to me if I attack with it
Gotcha.
in the rest of the game.
No go again right now, though, right? Just
No go
just
again.
the 9.
No
Okay.
no cards in hand. No
Gotcha.
resources. It's
Okay.
just 9.
Yep.
Just 9 beefy damage.
Just 9. All right. We will block for 5 and then ask if you have reactions.
None.
Then we will add 4 from a red sync. So block and 9.
Okay. Cool. I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. We're in fatigue mode now, so we're gonna pitch a blue and again just swing for 4 with Anathos. Nothing in hand, nothing floating, nothing in arsenal.
We'll take 4.
Okay, 14. And pass to you.
End of your turn.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't really matter when I do it, but I'm gonna play Doomsday.
Oh no.
Get the Blasphemous out.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember what Blasphemous does?
It's I exile stuff when it attacks. I don't remember which one that is.
This is was a 0 to attack. It attacks for 6. When I attack, I may banish a shadow card from my hand. If I do, I can banish something from your soul, which you don't
Yep.
have as a non-late player, but good card nonetheless.
All right, so really you're banishing from your graveyard, so you can banish a shadow card to turn off blood debt. Really, that's the idea.
You banish from my hand, so it has to be something from my hand. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
If it's from graveyard, actually, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, it'd be too good, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So we're going to. Oh, we're gonna start scab skinning.
All right, here we go.
Oh no! Blow up the gambler's gloves.
Okay.
Ooh. All right.
Oh no! All right, all the action points you'll ever want.
Yeah, yeah. So this is pretty good. We will pitch convulsions. Use one of it for ghostly visit, coming in for 4.
Coming in for 4. All right. Well, we'll say no blocks. Any reactions?
None.
I will red sync below, and we are going to go ahead and sync.
Cool.
That card? Yeah, sync this card to the. Yeah, no, we'll sync that card. Oh shit! No, we're not going to sync that card. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Do we not sync at all? We're not going to sync at all. We're going to be brave. So block out for 4.
All right. Then with the other 2 resources, my second action point, which will bring us back to 1, is Hexagore for 6.
Hexagore for 6. Now, if I remember correctly, as long as I can swing at Blasphemet, and as long as I can hit 6 damage, you can't block or anything like that. He gets knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's good to know, anyways. 6 damage. All right. We're gonna block for. We'll block for 3 from hand.
Cool.
And 1 from here. So block for 4. So I'll be taking 2 if there's no reactions.
No reactions.
Down to 10.
And then with my last action point, we will Blasphemous for 6, banishing Graveling Growl from hand.
All right.
To turn on Levia.
All right. 6 damage. I want to do things next turn. That will be important. I think we're going to play very loose and just block for 1 with a boot. So move to take 5 with no reactions.
No reactions. Taking 5?
Yep. Down to 5.
All right. That will be my turn.
All right. All right. We'll see if this was a mistake or not, but we'll come in with a command and conquer, one floating, but nothing in hand, nothing in arsenal. So really just coming in for 6, no defense reactions, on hit, destroy arsenal.
Just at me.
Just at you, yeah. We're gonna hope that the scab skins don't go your way and you don't have multiple go agains or whatever. We've seen enough of the go again one. I'm just gonna play it like I don't care.
Um, I'm going to. I'm gonna blow up a Hope Merchant's Hood.
Okay, sure.
Shuffling 2,
Okay.
drawing 2. um, and I'll take 6.
Oh, okay. All right. Down to 8. Pop the arsenal and
It was unmovable.
oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty close to the end of the game. Who knows if he'll actually come into play? But all right, that is over to you, good sir.
Alrighty.
Is it safe for me to assume you have more than 8 blood debt in your bin right now, or is it? No,
I
maybe
have
it's just 7.
7.
Okay.
7 right now,
Gotcha.
so I won't die.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking about the scab skin leathers.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what? Scab skin is entertaining, so we're gonna play scab skin.
Okay.
All right, it was a 2, so
right.
whatever.
Break even. No big deal.
We'll just come in with Blasphemous, getting rid of a Boneyard Marauder.
All right. So no blood debt this turn. That does have blood debt, so now we're up to 8, though, right?
Yeah, now we're up to 8.
Cool. All right. So coming in for 6, I can't block. That is, or I have to block. That is lethal. How many cards you got in your hand?
I have 3 cards.
3 cards in hand. What do we do next turn? It dominates more of a, means more of an effect. 6 damage. Oh man, this is not a cool time. But all right, we will block for. I think we're just gonna block for 3. Or I guess we could. No, we'll block for 3 and then 2 more, because that way we can. Just kidding. We're gonna block for 6. So double thump block.
Cool.
No, actually, I will take that back and I will block for 5. Sorry.
Okay.
Block for 5.
Take 1.
Taking 1 down to 4. Miscounted costs.
All good. All right. I gotta think about arsenaling.
Sure.
We'll arsenal this.
All right.
And draw.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna do some goofy things with how the rules work in the game. Is that when you announce a card, like I'm going to swing Anathos, you can pitch in a way that you can allow to pitch for more than you actually need. So
Sure.
you pitch per card. So I'm gonna first pitch a red. That's not enough, and then I pitch a blue. So although I have 1 floating, I do have 2 cards that are over 6 costs. 3 costs. So I will be swinging it for 6.
6.
Yeah.
Block 3 of it.
Okay, no effects here. Down to 5. And then I will pass on over to you. Drop.
Cool. So I'm gonna pitch Blue Dread Screamer using 1 of it to play Art of War.
Uh-oh.
Banishing a 6. So no blood dead this turn to draw 2, and my next attack gains go again.
Alrighty, so go
Attack
again.
action.
Attack action. Okay, so not a Blasphemous or a Hexagore.
Mm-hmm. With the remaining 2, I'll play Wrecker Romp, discarding Howl from Beyond. Okay. 6, go again.
6, go again. So that's a good amount of damage for me almost being dead. We will block for 6.
Sounds good. And then we will come in with Blasphemous for 6.
All right, 6 more there. All right, well, we will say no blocks, any reactions?
None.
I will Fate Foreseen Red to block 4. I'll put that one on the bottom. And then we will move to take 2.
Cool.
Down to 2.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. We're just going to pitch blue and swing for 4 with the hammer.
We will block 3, move to reactions.
Nothing here. Oh, it's reckless swing, isn't it? Oh no.
Reckless swing. They're all 6s, I'll tell you that.
Oh god. All right. Well, you flip the top one. Cool. And that is
GG,
2.
man.
That is 2 damage. That's so sad.
Yeah, they're all 6s anyway,
No,
but
yeah,
you know.
All right, so that was the game. Now we're here for our little. This is the time where we discuss the heroes. This is the whole takeaway. So we saw how the game went, and then what I want to do is talk to you about how Levia works in general. So she is a Shadow Brute. She has her goofy blood debt shenanigans, but ultimately, what makes her tick? What are you looking to do as a Levia player?
So in typical brute fashion, you can't have anything without a little bit of variance with Levia. You want to stock your graveyard with a bunch of 6 or greater attacks so that when you banish them with your other cards, like as a cost, you banish it randomly, like Endless Maul here I have in front of me. Like as additional cost to play it, banish 3 random cards from your graveyard. So you want to hit the 6 so that all the blood debt stuff in your banish zone gets turned off from Levia's ability. So I guess there's a couple of different ways you can play that, but in general, you kind of just want to fill up your graveyard, start banishing things, and just kind of keep the ball rolling. You don't really have a chance to take a break after that.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense because it's go go go, and then like Hexcore's online, so that's like a cheap way to throw in 6 damage, but you got to somehow find a way to banish too. So
Hmm.
that's I guess that makes sense why we have like the Art of Wars and things like that. Blasphemet's a nice
Yeah.
part of that as well, being able to actively banish things. Although there's no go again on Blasphemet, but that's yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
So you were playing the Hexagore archetype. Is what are the other archetypes, and then why did you choose Hexagore? Is that just like your personal preference, or do you think it has a an edge over maybe a non-weapon or non-Hexagore based attack?
Um, I like Hexagore as a weapon. I mean, just beating it for 6 for 2 resources is pretty great. It's so good late game. I mean, you saw it in that game. There
Yeah,
were a couple times I was
yeah.
able to just sneak in a little extra damage because of that. I think that um I would say that the other archetypes are like Mandible Claws is very popular because Mandible Claws are great weapons.
Hmm.
Allows you to have like huge turns off your Blood Rush Bellow turns and stuff like that. Um, and then you could see people playing like right now because of Starvo or Bravo Star of the Show. There is the traditional Blood Debt version of Levi is not super viable, unfortunately.
Hmm.
But Man Sant from YouTube had built like this really cool romping club kind of control version of Levia with a little bit of shadow spice. It could have really went Rhinar, but like you get some extra shadow cards in there without blood debt.
Sure.
So that's like another cool archetype that's kind of come about right now. And then yeah, and then I guess there's Ravenous Meat Axe too, but
Hmm.
that one just kind of helps you fill your graveyard and yeah.
Yeah, that's like a constant small amount of gas, but maybe it doesn't really
Mhm.
do the thing that you want to do with powerful hits. So, all right,
Yeah, yeah.
so
With the meat axe, you kind of that's what you do in the beginning of the game.
yeah,
You're kind of like playing defensively and then kind of hitting with meat axe just to kind of start filling up your graveyard even more.
sure.
It's not a bad strategy, but it's not very popular.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're already like you can already throw out attacks with the Hexacore build, and then Hexacore does more late game, which is kind of nice. On an off turn, maybe you can't banish or can't get go again, and you just banish something, swing in. So, all
Hmm.
right. So as we saw from the game, you did not get defeated. I was the one defeated. So how does one, in a generic sense? So don't worry about hero specific. How do you defeat Levia? What do you need to do to make her fail?
Um, I found that out racing her is a good way to do it because if she gets on her back foot, you're gonna need to try to regain some kind of tempo, but it's so hard to with her because that's the nice thing about carrying Husk, which we'll talk about, but like it's hard to regain tempo because you need the cards in your hand to be able to start banishing stuff, especially if you already turned on the engine.
Sure.
So and stuff like crippling crush is really good against Levia, but it has to get the crush.
Mhm.
Fused Oakenold is another good one.
Sure.
All cards that are being played in Starvo right now. Um, and like pummels are really good too. You just got to get the pummel off, like on like an unsuspecting Levi player. I had the benefit of knowing that you like to play a lot of pummels, so I had a little inside information. But that's how the cards fall sometimes.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that's like the best way to beat her. It's just kind of like outrace her or like kind of create scenarios where she's gonna have to take blood debt.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's something that managed to squeak by without a single amount of blunt death. So yeah. So that makes sense. That's a very it's right on her hero card. If you can make sure she can't get activated, then eventually that'll be the downfall. So all right.
Hmm.
And then so we played a game, and what are your takeaways from the game in the sense of, so I know that the thing I took away from being a large blunder was that turn I tried to pivot, take a bunch of damage, and then swing with that crippling crush. Totally forgot about Carrion Husk. That's fantastic way to block out a whole bunch of damage. And I know
Hmm.
personally, I should have waited a couple more turns, try to chip in, get that thing to pop on its own, or just been more cognizant of it. But any takeaways from the game about Levia in general, or any particular matchups that you saw? Something like, oh, cool, this was a really important part of the game because it really showcases X, Y, or Z about Levia.
Yeah. But this is a good point about carrying Husk is like in some matchups, like yeah, sure, it's just a big blocker. Like block six is great, and you get to turn off that blood debt. But in some matchups, you have to know like the carrying husk is going to serve a purpose against OG Bravo or even Starvo to a certain extent. The carrying husk is going to serve the purpose of helping you not get crushed by crippling crush.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was
And even in something against like Bolt and Sabers, you want to save that carrying husk for their Lumina turn.
sure.
So it's kind of like knowing that. But like in that game in particular, I think it was pretty key that I was able to save the Carrion Husk for the Crippling Crush. Obviously, you forgot about the
Yep.
Carrion Husk. So, but that happens in real games too. So um, it will come up. But I think another thing about I think I was very fortunate to kind of have a start where I could really play defensively. I think even I forget it was my first hand or my second hand, just really didn't have any gas, so I
Hmm.
just decided to play super defense. Like whatever. We'll just reset, and it's kind of a good way to approach it in this matchup. I think just so that like the gas later is better as they kind of like are losing equipment pieces and stuff like that. So uh, there was something else I wanted to say about the reckless swing. You initially were like there was one turn where you almost went to two and you said, I better not. And then ended up going to two and I had the reckless
Yeah.
swing. I mean, it's kind of hard not to go to two sometimes cuz like you are trying to win the game. You kind of have to bet that I don't have it.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
and I did pitch it early, but I also cracked post merchant hood so I shuffled up. So
Oh, that's
it could have been
right.
anywhere in the deck.
Yeah. No, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Were you running a full play set or just one?
I believe it's just one in this
That
iteration.
just feels bad then.
Yeah. There might be there. I think there's two, but I don't think I play two in this matchup.
Sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just one. Sorry.
That's okay. Cool. All right.
Um.
That's awesome. Yeah. Outside of me being a goofer and not thinking of the carrying husk, I don't have any other takeaways other than I did. I felt like I was when you were playing defensively. Is like I got a little bit more like cool. I'm going to be able to keep going, and I drew into some cards that didn't work well together. Tried to go for pummels, but ultimately I feel as though it's not actually terrible to have you discard because it's feeding your
Mhm.
graveyard. You're getting to choose what you're discarding, and so it's actually feeding into your sixes in your graveyard. So that when you do save the cards that do have banishing effects, you can turn off blood debt. But ultimately, yeah, no, the cards fell as they did.
Yeah, I would say if a Bravo player is watching this or a pummel heavy decks, things watching this. I think you want to save the pummels for late game,
Hmm.
or at least like after you want to kind of take note of when they've already turned on the engines.
Sure.
Because an early pummel, whatever, I'll take it.
Yep.
It is what it is. But mid game, when I'm looking at my hand, I'm like, oh man, like I'm about to take like 6 damage, 6 extra damage.
Sure. Sure.
So yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I want to say thank you for being the star of Levia in this particular case. Before we go, I definitely want you to drop all sort of advertisements for wherever people can find you, what you do. I know we've had you on the channel before, so that's not going to necessarily be new. But where can they find you, and what have you been up to?
Well, Um, I have a podcast that you've been on,
Hmm.
Fresh and Buds. You can check out all of our stuff. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify. It's all audio except for like set reviews, but I do some video stuff on YouTube as well, which is Fresh
Fresh
Buds
vibes.
Pod or Fresh
Oh,
and Buds. You could search that, and then I think and then on Twitter, at Fresh Buds Pod,
cool.
and yeah, that's pretty much everything we got going right now.
Awesome.
But
Yeah.
thank you for having me. This is
Sure
fun.
thing.
I always like to jam games.
Yeah, 100%. The link tree, you have a link tree. I will throw that in the comments below, so you'll have all the things that you want to advertise there. And I guess that'll be it. So yeah, thanks for coming on, and thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.